Hey, it's Mr. Kingsbury. I'm looking at the Unit 1 example question set. This is question 8. They asked, what is the domain and range for the absolute value function f of x equals x minus 3? And we're going to write this in interval notation. To begin with, the domain is always all real numbers. So how do you write all real numbers in interval notation? You start with a parenthesis, you put a negative infinity, you put a comma, then a positive infinity, and another parenthesis. As far as the range, remember we usually we write the range in inequality notation. So we say y is greater than or equal to something or less than or equal to something depending on the a and the c values. So or the a and the d values, excuse me. So it probably would be helpful if we knew what a, c, and d were. It looks like there's nothing in front of the bars. That means a defaults to 1. And there's nothing after the bars, which means the d value is 0. The c value, it seems to be, is 3, but we don't care about the c value. That's not going to help us. So I'm looking at the a value because that tells me if it opens up or down. It's positive, which means this thing opens up. So we're going to be, if we were doing this in inequality notation, we would say y is greater than or equal to, and then we would use the d value 0. Because we're doing this in interval notation, what this is saying is it's starting at 0, which I didn't do a good job, and it's going on into positive infinity. So our numbers are going to be 0 and positive infinity. Now the question is, do I use parentheses or do I use brackets? Well, with an inequality, with an infinity sign, you always use a parenthesis, always. For the 0, we're going to use a bracket because it is included, and brackets say, hey, this number is also part of the range. If we use the parenthesis, we would be saying, hey, this is the limit, but it's not included. Anyway, so there you go. I'll see you in the next question.